everyone, and welcome back to my island Cottontail. We are on day 11 of my building an island in 25 days to celebrate hitting 25k subscribers on YouTube challenge. That is quite a long name for a challenge, to be fair. I don't even know how we'd shorten it, but oh well, that's just what it is. In our last video, we built a cute bug catching area with this beautiful view, and as you can see, I have now gotten rid of all of this terraforming. There was a lot of terraforming here, and honestly, it took so long to knock down. There's still some at the back, and that's okay. We'll get rid of that when we need to get rid of it. I feel like I do this a lot. I know a lot of people like to flatten their islands as soon as they start their island, but I'm not one of those people. I'm like, what if I need that back terraforming? I best leave it. So that's what I do. But I don't think I'm going to need that bit. So that's probably going to go. But anyway, that's another video. Probably tomorrow's video. It depends how this build goes and how we end up working everything out. And I don't plan. I plan builds. I kind of have a general idea of what items I want to use. And that's about it. Now, before we get started into today's build, I'd love it if you could like, comment, and subscribe. Come join the Jellybean family. I'd love to hit that 30k as it's our next milestone, and you subscribing will help us reach that goal. But right, let's jump straight into today's build. So we're going to start off heading to resident services because we need to pick up an incline. I need to put the incline in so that we can get up and down, because how else would you do that? I know you can put a ladder in, but an incline is just a little bit more elegant, right? Of course, I'm going to go with my log staircase. I love this staircase. It is my favorite. You should know that by now if you've been watching this series. I think I've said it every single episode that we've put an incline down, that this one is my favorite. And in it goes, and it's gonna look so beautiful. Imagine walking down here and see maybe some beautiful terraforming, a house maybe, whatever we end up building today. I mean, I know what it's gonna be. But before we do get into the building, I want to take a quick trip somewhere. So we are currently back on my island, Primrose. This is my grandma cottagecore island based on the English countryside that I built maybe, 2 years ago now. I just want to go visit a small little area that I built on this island that I absolutely fell in love with and want to take inspiration from for today's build. And here it is. It's like a double bridge action with a little bit of an island, a little bit of seating area, dining area. Absolutely love this build. I think it's super cute. I also like the way it leads over into a very natural area for a house. Can't remember who lives there. Don't remember my villagers for this island. But yeah, this is my Primrose Island if you're interested in watching the series. It is a few years back now, so you'll find it somewhere back there in the old video log. But I really like how natural this bit felt and just how beautiful everything connected. So I'd love to channel that same vibe and take inspiration from this build that I did on this island. But right now we're back on my island. Well, they're both my islands, but now we're back on Cottontail. We can get to work on recreating that space. Like I said, I wanted to show you so you knew what I wanted to do with the area, and also so I could remember myself. Sometimes taking little trips back to islands I've previously built because I want to recreate an area that I built that I loved on a previous island sometimes helps me. It helps me a lot. So I think if you're trying to recreate a build on your island that possibly you've seen on someone else's island, definitely take a little trip, dream a dress trip to their island, go have a look, get some inspiration, and then come on back and start your build. Even if it's one of your previous islands, maybe there's a build you absolutely loved and want to build it on all your future islands. No harm in that, right? So take a little trip. Now we want to start by making an area for a bridge. On my island Primrose, we had a straight bridge first, but here I'm going to change that and have the angled bridge and then the straight bridge. But right, we need to head to resident services because we do need to get the bridge. I wasn't sure what bridge I wanted at first. I kind of want to use an arch bridge just because it looks a little bit more pretty, but obviously the arch bridge would either have to be the stone one, the Zen one, or the brick bridge. I love them all, but I think ultimately the brick bridge looks the best. It will go the best of my island vibes, and of course here we are. We're going to stick it in angled like I said, and then we'll do another straight bridge over the other side when we get to that part of the terraforming. But there it is. Our bridge looks beautiful, and we do need to pay Lloyd off. We do. And then we'll time travel and get the bridge moved in, and it will look oh so pretty. See, just look at it. Oh my gosh, I love it. Can't wait to put the second bridge in. Now, I don't think this space is going to be big enough for a house, but that's okay. I mean, I could put a house on there. I just don't want to. So maybe the second bridge will lead over to a house instead, like we had it on Primrose. Now, before we get started with a bit more terraforming, I do want to lay down a bit of a pathway, just so I know how big the area needs to be. Just kind of like a rough idea of how big I want it to be. Obviously, if I make it a bit bigger, doesn't matter. I think the main thing is I don't want the area to be too small. So hence why we put a little bit bit of pathway down first. But right now we're done with sort of a rough guideline of how I want my pathway to go. We can start knocking away some of this land to make it water. I don't know how wide I'm going to have this. It doesn't really matter. If you can jump across it, that's fine by me. Absolutely fine. But we are going to bring it round in a big old circle-ish shape. I say circle-ish because it's not going to be a perfect circle, so therefore not a circle. Also, I've made enough space so that we can add our bridge that goes straight across. But I will first finish off the pathway. I think we just go with the dirt path. I think it looks fine. I was thinking maybe we would use the little planks that we've got, but no, the dirt path looks perfect. Maybe we'll add some blankets on here and make a cute little seating spot, little dining spot, something along those lines. By the way, all the codes that I use in my videos for this island can be found in the description down below. So if you see any of the codes that I'm using that you want to use on your island, you'll find the MAs down there. But right, another quick sprint to resident services because we need to pick up another bridge. I am definitely going to go with the same bridge because I don't want it to look too strange. So brick bridge, here we come. Can't believe it's nearly 200,000 bells. Like, who does Tom Nook think he is charging that much? How are we supposed to pay that off on a normal island that doesn't use treasure islands? Like, how are we meant to do that without going on an extreme fishing trip or a bug catching trip? I don't know, what is the best way that you earn bells in your game? Maybe you telling me in the comments will help someone else out who doesn't use treasure islands. So let us all know your top bell making tips. But here we have our second bridge in place and it looks so beautiful. I'm so happy that I went with the brick bridge, but it did take away our dirt path, so we're gonna have to fix that. I'm also going to get rid of this terraforming. It needs to go. It does. And just like that, in an instant, it is gone with the magical power of editing. Don't you wish it was that quick and easy in real life to get rid of terraforming? That would be a treat. I'd rather it didn't take me 20 minutes to get rid of, but it did. I don't even know if it was 20 minutes, by the way. Who knows? I don't remember how long it took me. The time did progress quite greatly, that's for sure. It is now very bright in the day, but enough of that. Let's continue with our decorating. We do need to put down some more custom codes. I got these beautiful wood plank codes. I think using the 2 at the bottom here looks a little bit strange, so I am going to change that so that we only have the singular one. And look at that beautiful walkway as we go over to the bridge. I think it looks so nice. I'm glad I added the dirt path too. But right, let's work on this spot too, because if I leave this until another day and don't do it today, I'll be annoyed with myself that I left it till last minute and be like, why didn't you fill this in? You've given us more work to do towards the last day of building on the island. So I'm going to do it. I think I know what I want to do. Well, of course I do. I know what I want to do, but I had an idea in my head when I was building this. I was like, maybe we could make like a cute bike area, bike parking, because you know how I feel about parking areas. For some reason, I love those. So yeah, we'll build a little bike parking area. It also looks a little bit like a walking trail, so maybe it'll be a nice walkway towards the beach. Now we will need to beautify the area, and we can do that with flowers, bushes, trees, and wheat field. And of course, a stunted tree, which I'm still doing 11 days into this challenge where I necessarily need one. Now we won't just fill this area with a bike parking space. We do have a little bit more room than that. I was thinking maybe we could do a cute little stall, but we do need a code to make this cute little stall, and we have some spaces left. Not many. We have 3 spaces left, and I'm going to download a lovely lemonade code. I want to make a lemonade stand. Now recently I have been obsessed with drinking lemonade. I love anything lemon flavored. It's my favorite, and lemonade feels very spring and summery, so I thought a cute little lemonade stand on my island is going to be so perfect. So there was the MA. If you also want to use the same stand as me, I'll be using this code on some simple panels in the background of the stall. The first steps for our lemonade stand mean we need to put down some flooring. I've gone with our lovely wooden decking code. I'm making this 3x4 squares. So we got the middle squares is 2 wide, and then obviously the 2 side pieces either side. And I think this is a great size for the stand. And now while we are doing that, we might as well put the in-game dirt path down as well for our bike parking. I will be putting a little bit of a brick border around here. We've used the brick border before, so not the actual brick path, but the border. I just think it will look so much nicer, so much tidier. Make it look like the area is actually well kept for a bike parking space. I think if you were going for more of a natural space and less kept area, then definitely don't worry about a border. Unless you're going to put the grass code, maybe I could do the grass code and maybe make it look a little bit more overgrown. That would be quite nice. Now I wanted to lead the in-game dirt path towards the beach as well, so that you know that you need to walk this way to come see my beaches. And here it is. In we go with our border. This is probably one of my favorite borders I've ever used in Animal Crossing. I'm slowly becoming obsessed with it, and I want to use it on every island if I can, but I don't think I can. I just think some of the borders either look too thin or, you know, they're too bright and colorful. I just like it. I like this one a lot. Now, I did decide that this area was still a little bit too small, so we will extend it just by one layer, and it means I have less space to fill at the bottom there in between the terraforming and this bit that we're decorating right now with flowers. The less flowers I need to use, the better it is for me, because the less treasure island trips I have to make as well, which is a win-win. And while we're on the subject of flowers, I wanted to quickly talk about something that I've talked about a few times. I hope that in the next game we get some sort of flower garden cabinet that we can keep the flowers in rather than spreading them all the way across our beach or all the way across our islands all the time. Great storage idea. Nintendo, make it happen in our next game. Right, we're going in with our vertical board fence. This is going behind our lemonade stand, and here we come with our simple panels. I put the lovely code on them that we downloaded just a few moments ago, and here is the over counter. What is it called? Covered over counter over top, covered counter. Is it just covered counter? It might be. Also got an antique cash register on there, a pitcher for the lemonade to go in, and two cute little stools so you can sit up by the bar. I guess I don't know why you'd sit by the till, but hey, it doesn't matter. We don't have to be too practical here. It's only Animal Crossing, so as long as it looks cute, I'm happy. To fill the little gap next to the counter, we have some stacked boxes. Actually, are these stacked bottle crates? I think that's what their real name is. On top, we got a glass jar, which is full of fruit. I think it was fruit. I can't remember the names of things today. The names are not sticking in my brain. We got a folding chair, we got some bottles, and also a bottle crate on its own. And no little stand area would be complete without a menu board. So we've got a menu board too. Now, to fill in some of these gaps, we're going to pop down some flowers. And I also want to add some wheat field because I love wheat field. I'm a little bit of a wheat field addict, and this island has let me use it again. And I feel like I haven't used it in such a long time. So I was kind of missing it. We're going to add it all through the natural parts too, with all the flowers, the bushes, and wheat fields. And add more and more flowers just to make it look a little bit more colorful and a little bit more of a natural area. Now, because I don't want to fill every single square with flowers, because that's very excessive, even though I love that, it's just a lot to do and a lot of flowers to use in one little space. I add wheat field, kind of like a staggered approach on the squares. I don't know how to explain it, but it's so I don't need to fill every square, but it still looks full. Now, a bike parking area actually needs bikes for the bike parking, and we've also got a little mush stamp and a lovely green leaf pal. And then I want to pop a sign here because I think I'm going to put my house over the other side. We won't be doing that today, but we will be doing that in tomorrow's video. We now need to work on this little island space that we have, and like I said, I just want to make a cozy little seating area that maybe you can have a picnic. It'd be so cute if you could invite the villagers for a picnic, but yeah, you can't really do much with them, to be honest. They're kind of a little lifeless in some places. Maybe in the next game they'll have a little bit more life to them, a little bit more personality. That'd be super nice, especially if you could invite them on days out. That'd be so cute. This is just an example. Maybe go up to Rosie, if you have Rosie on your island, and be like, hey, do you want to go on a day trip to the museum? Let's go see the bug exhibit. Let's go see your favorite butterflies. And then Rosie tell you her favorite butterflies. Like, that would be so cute. Just something so small and simple like that would make the game so much more immersive. I mean, I know they can come over to your house, but they kind of just wander around and sit on your floor, and that's about it, I think. I don't remember the last time I had a villager over my house. I honestly don't. They don't really ask themselves to come over because I reset my island so often and don't talk to the villagers, which is so sad because I'm more of a building girly. I don't really get to experience them coming over, so I don't know. Let me know what they do when they come over. But right, enough about our villagers. We popped down 2 ranch chairs. I've gone for some different colours just because I like to mix it up a little bit. We got our table with cloth with a lovely yellow tablecloth on there. And I popped some bits on the table. We got sandwiches, bagels, coffee cup, mum's tea cozy. I want to pop a little picnic basket here. Fill the space that we have with Wheatfield. Log bench, a little bag, and also a cushion. Now, of course, you can't sit on this bench because I've put items on it, but the illusion's there, right? And I love decorating with parasols. I don't know why I don't do it more often. I think I just forget. I forget to decorate with clove items, but we popped some little comfy sandals there, and I think they look so cute because maybe you come along, take your sandals off, feel the grass with your feet. Does anyone like grass on their feet? Who does that? I don't know. I don't think I've ever wandered through grass with no shoes on. Maybe I have, but I just don't remember when. Like, I can't pinpoint a point where I've done that. But does the grass feel nice on your feet? I don't know. It's a weird question to ask. So at the bottom of our little makeshift island, we have this little space, and I thought the best way to fill that is with carrot farms, of course. We've been putting carrot farms around most of my island to fill little spaces. It's a great space filler, especially if you're doing rabbits like I am and carrot farms are a thing. I think any farm would work. Pumpkins, wheat, potatoes, tomatoes, whatever you wanted to use. Fill little spaces with farms on your cottagecore island. We've also got a puddle with some welly boots in, and I think you can't go wrong with welly boots and a puddle. Now I just want to move some of the items around a little bit to get a bit of height difference going on, and I think that looks quite cute. I'm actually so happy with how much I've managed to pack out this little island. I think I've filled it pretty well. I don't think I could possibly put any more items down, otherwise you wouldn't be able to walk around, and that's not what I want to do. Let's add our last finishing touches, which is a few pieces of wheat field, of course it is, and also some bunny garden statues because I've been loving using these around the island. And then with that, we have finished the build and it is time to look around at what we've done. I decided to start our little tour up here on top of the inclines and walk on down. Look how beautiful this view is going to be, especially when we finish the right side too. And then we can go over this little angled bridge and get to our makeshift little island. I love how I've decorated this. It feels so cozy. Kind of wish I could sit on the bench or the chairs, but it's fine. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make by not being able to sit on those. I can't wait to do over this little bridge over here as well. I'm planning on putting my house, which we will do in tomorrow's video. We got quite a big old space to fill, and I might put a bit of terraforming at the back so you can't see the ocean. I don't know why. I think that just might be a little bit nicer and tidier and just fit in with the whole vibes nicer. It means I got a ledge to decorate too. Then over here we can walk through our little natural walkway and towards our bike parking space and our lemonade stand. I'm loving drinking lemonade at the moment. It's one of my favorite drinks. It's keeping me so refreshed, and especially lemons in water. I don't know why, it's just such a refreshing drink. So lovely. It's one of my favorites. And yeah, I think this whole area has come out as one of my favorites that I've built on this island so far. But there it is. We have finished today's build. I had so much fun building it. I hope you had fun watching, and I hope you get some inspiration for some builds onto your island too. Now, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Come join the Jellybean family. I hope you have the most wonderful days, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.